Welcome to Masters Crafts. Fear not this whole video is going to seem like a poorly dubbed Japanese monster movie. I recorded my intro and then found out quite some time later that it decided not to pick up the audio. Anyway, what I'm going to be doing in this video is I am going to be removing the foot from my new drill press so I can attach it directly to my workbench. This is going to get the foot out of the way of my chop saw and open up more space on that surface to do it. So it's going to involve reinforcing the workbench underneath and replacing the power cable. So I should have audio through the rest of the video. I'm sorry. Okay, so far what I've done is I've used the base and the foot to line up for the holes I'm going to use to bolt the drill press down to the table, and drilled all the way through. And then I've got the bars mounted underneath the table. Now, to make the mounting holes in the actual brackets, I'm going to use the holes I drilled in the top as a guide and just drill straight through. That way I know they're all lined up. Even if they're not perfectly parallel, once they're tightened down, it's not going to make a difference. as long as the holes in the top line up with the holes in the brackets underneath. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry for any of you out there that like DeWalt. Ryobi's even better. I know Ryobi's a cheap brand, but DeWalt, unless you buy your stuff commercially, sucks. So because these DeWalt bits don't stay sharp, a trick to getting through metal is you can use the large bit to put a divot in the metal, but then switch back to a smaller bit. And if you step up, it makes it a lot easier to drill the hole because the smaller bit isn't trying to remove as much metal, and then when you step up the bits, you're only drilling with the outer edge, still trying to remove less, you get more force in a smaller area. Works pretty good. Seriously, this is like the third time I've used this bit. Okay. Harbor Freight step bit, better than a DeWalt bit. Sorry if you like DeWalt, but I've used these professionally. DeWalt's garbage. Okay, so plan A for mounting the drill press would be for me to stand up here, hold the drill press up, while my wife removes these 4 bolts holding it to the foot. Then I would have to lift it off the foot, set it on the table, lined up with the holes, and hold it there while my wife drops these bolts in place and tightens them down, or at least snugs them a little bit. This drill press weighs over 100 pounds. Then I realized how stupid I am. This is the heavy bit of the drill press. There are 2 grub screws that hold it onto the support. All I got to do is loosen them and I can lift off the heavy bit. Then I only got to deal with the pipe and the table. Honestly, I could take the table off too, but the table isn't that heavy. Whatever. It'll give me something else to hold on to. And I don't feel like messing with it quite that much. Not worth the effort. So here we go.
down, I honestly wasn't sure how stable this was going to be. It's a bigger base, but it's bolted to wood and not a big chunk of machined cast iron. That's pretty good. The flex I'm feeling is not the bench. It's the normal flex that would be in the machine itself. So there is another step to do because I need a way to plug this thing in. I have an outlet behind the bench here. So the next step is going to be getting a hole drilled in the back. The cord is going to come down underneath through to this side because it'll fit behind the drawers. And I'm going to have to pull this whole section of the cabinet out and plug it in after I get the new cord wired to this. Because this thing don't work. I don't know why they still make them stick straight out of the wall, the 90-degree plugs. If you manufacture or design anything that plugs into a wall, 90 degrees, seriously. But yeah. Voiding the warranty 101. Pull apart the electrical bit. Hopefully we don't see any sparks. Seems all right to me. All right, I can button it up. Well, that was a little bit of an ordeal, but actually not too bad. So, worked out well. I've put a new power cord on it. Runs down into the cabinet, behind the drawers, and then back to an outlet, which is actually right here. I got a back plate behind the cupboard, so I couldn't just run it straight down and out. It'd look horrible. I didn't want to cut a big hole in it. As for stability, I do have 2 pieces of channel iron I bolted to the underside of this to straighten it out, because this is Home Depot butcher block, which meant about half an hour after I got it home, it was basically a butcher block tube. So, yeah, as for stability, that's it doesn't feel like I thought a drill press bolted to a workbench would. It feels like a drill press with a really, really big foot. I saved the space. It'll be out of the way of my miter saw. I need to work on anything around here, I can just raise the table up or spin it out of the way. Yeah, that project went well. There will be a tool review on this and probably some other of the nicer tools that I have here in the near future. Anyways, thank you for watching. Yeah, if you liked the video, please share it with your friends, post it to Facebook. Help me get my name out there. See you again.